1999 was, without a doubt, one of the greatest years of contemporary cinema. Fight Club, Being John Malkovich, The Iron Giant, Galaxy Quest, Muppets from Space, and of course, The Matrix. So, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of one of the most influential action movies of the modern era, here's The Matrix trilogy in 6 minutes. Remember, after this there is no turning back. You stay in Wonderland, this rabbit hole is full of spoilers. Thomas A. Anderson is a program writer for a respectable software company who helps his landlady carry out her garbage.
Yeah, that's me.
However, he's also Neo, a notorious hacker who spends night after night trawling the web for traces of a hacker named Morpheus and selling code to folks who are clearly vampires trying to pay the bills between seasons of Buffy.
Definitely.
Driven by the question, what is the Matrix, Neo is led to an encounter with fellow hacker Trinity and later with Morpheus himself, who offers Neo the choice between learning the truth about the Matrix or returning to his regular life. Neo chooses the former and wakes up bald and naked in a goop-filled pod. He's dumped out, rescued and brought aboard Morpheus' hovercraft, the Nebuchadnezzar. Here, Neo learns the truth about the real world. At some point in the 21st century, eggheads who never got around to watching The Terminator created AI,
Artificial intelligence,
which led to a devastating war between humans and machines, the history of which is explored further in the Animatrix. At any rate, humanity's last gambit was to black out the sky and deny the machines their required solar energy. But that failed, and the machines turned humans into batteries instead, pacifying our minds in a shared simulation of the world at the end of the 20th century, the Matrix. Neo also learns that free humans in the real world live in an underground city called Zion, and that, when back in the Matrix, he must beware of agents, deadly programs designed to destroy threats. On top of that, he learns Kung Fu by downloading it to his brain.
I know Kung Fu.
Morpheus believes Neo is the One, a special human who freed the first humans and founded Zion, who was prophesied by the all-knowing Oracle to return and end the war.
Whoa.
However, while in the Matrix, the Oracle tells Neo he is not the One,
Sorry, kid.
and that he will have to make a choice between sacrificing Morpheus or sacrificing himself. Morpheus is captured by the agent leader, Agent Smith, but Neo mounts a rescue mission with the help of Trinity and guns.
Lots of guns.
During the rescue, Neo begins to demonstrate extraordinary abilities, and he and Trinity temporarily defeat the agents.
Dodge this.
After Morpheus and Trinity escape, Neo is seemingly killed by Smith, completing the Oracle's prophecy, but Neo comes back to life with godlike power, because he is the One, and the Oracle was just pulling his leg. Neo blows up Smith, and later sends the machines an ultimatum before flying into the sky in what would have been an amazing end to the story. But it wasn't, and 6 months later, Neo, Trinity and Morpheus are called to attend an emergency meeting led by Captain Niobe, who informs all assembled that an army of machines is tunneling towards Zion, knowledge that stems from the events of an Animatrix short and also the 2003 game Enter the Matrix. Agents crash the meeting, but Neo fends them off, and afterwards we discover Smith survived his last encounter with Neo and now has the ability to clone himself. Smith then assimilates a human rebel called Bane, who he uses to escape the Matrix to the real world. Neo visits the Oracle again, who Neo has realized is not human, but a program within the Matrix.
Bingo.
She informs Neo he must go into the Source, the machine mainframe, to save Zion. To do that, he needs to get the Keymaker, who he must first free from the Merovingian, an old program protected by other exiled programs hiding with him to avoid deletion. An army of Smiths ambush Neo, gloating that Neo freed Smith to become a powerful rogue program, but Neo escapes. The Keymaker is liberated, despite interference from agents and the Merovingian's best henchmen. The Smiths try to stop Neo from reaching the Source, killing the Keymaker, but they're unsuccessful, and Neo enters the door and meets a program called the Architect, who created the Matrix and presumably knows all 11 secret herbs and spices.
Quite right.
The Architect explains that the concept of the One is a deliberate anomaly of the Matrix designed to maintain control over the small minority of humans who don't accept the Matrix. The machines tolerate a small human rebellion for a while, but then they crush it and allow the One to restart it. There have been 5 ones before Neo, and the machines have destroyed Zion 5 times already. The Architect tells Neo he may either enter the Source, disseminate his special code, and restart Zion from scratch for the 7th time, or re-enter the Matrix to save Trinity, who has encountered an agent and is currently falling to her death. This, according to the Architect, will result in the extinction of humanity, but Neo chooses love and saves Trinity. Back in the real world, the Nebuchadnezzar is blown up by machines, but the crew narrowly escape. Just before they're overrun, Neo demonstrates an ability to control machines in the real world, destroying their attackers. Neo slips into a coma before the crew is saved by the Hammer. The Hammer captain explains that the fleet has been decimated by a premature EMP blast set off by an unknown culprit. There was only one survivor, and it's revealed to be Bane, or rather, Smith. Cue the Rage Against the Machine.
What you say, what you say, what
So, Neo and the Smith-possessed Bane are both still unconscious in the hammer, but Neo is still able to access the Matrix. After half an hour of faffing about, Neo meets with the Oracle one more time, who has changed her appearance. The Oracle tells Neo that Smith will destroy both the Matrix and the real world unless Neo can stop him. After Neo leaves, Smith arrives, ruins some cookies, and assimilates the Oracle, which he's pretty stoked about. Back in the real world, the Hammer finds Niobe and her crew and reactivate her ship, the Logos.
She lives again.
Niobe gives her ship to Neo and Trinity, who use it to travel to the Machine City, while the rest of them head back to Zion in the Hammer. The Smith-possessed Bane hides aboard the Logos and blinds Neo, but Neo prevails because he's basically a digital daredevil now. The Hammer reaches Zion and uses its EMP to temporarily stave off the Machine assault, while Neo and Trinity reach the Machine City. Trinity is killed, but Neo survives and brokers a deal with the Machine's leader. He'll destroy Smith, who is now an unprecedented threat to both humanity and the Machine mainframe, in exchange for peace with Zion. Neo is jacked into the Matrix and fights Smith, who appears to have assimilated the whole Matrix. Neo deliberately surrenders to Smith, who suspects it's a trick, but assimilates Neo anyway, allowing the Machine's leader to send through a surge that deletes Smith and every copy of him, restoring everyone to their original selves, including programs like the Oracle. The Matrix is reset, the Machines retreat from Zion, the war is over, and the Architect confirms to the Oracle that humans who wish to leave the Matrix will be freed peacefully. For more movie marathons in a matter of minutes, be sure to check out IGN's Rocky and Creed Saga Crash Course or our rundown of the Mission Impossible series. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.